Good day. How you doing? My name is James. Hope you having a wonderful weekend. Well, I wanted to, this video is going to be topic about relationships category, but it's different interracial relationship, and it's going to be about some women who are black, and it's going to be about a man who is black, and it's going to dealing with women that kind of mate that they date with. And I'm gonna do my commentary afterward, but let's get to the video.
What's good, Lifestyle Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jerry. Y'all, today we're gonna be doing a video from a particular brother by the name of Richard Johnson. Now, this brother sent me several videos to look at, and today we're going to be looking at both of them. And apparently, both of these are coming from Shay Sade. Well, one of them is coming from Shay Sade, and the other one's going to be coming from the popular Celebrity Lives channel. Now, today we're going to be looking at one from Shay Sade, and I knew something about the divestors wasn't right, but look at this. Check this out.
Your sister at an upscale restaurant with a white guy. She's footing the bill. I beg your pardon? You know, this guy called himself the Ebony Slayer. I beg your pardon? This guy brings in different sisters, 3 to 4 every week. They foot the bill, he takes them back home.
I'm gonna just say this. For you divestors out there that be talking shit about brothers, I love how y'all pay for y'all white man, but y'all gonna go 50-50 with your black man. I love that. Yes, sir. Oh, let's get some smoke up in here. Boy, I can't wait. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sit back in my chair and relax and pull up my damn sweatpants, cause this gonna get sweaty.
Well, I worked in the hospitality industry for quite some time, being in the fashion industry, club promoter. I worked in a lot of restaurants. I've been in that industry, and I thought I'd upload. This is what my resume for my hospitality industry looks like. You know, I worked at Flex Muscles. I worked at the Lobster Club. I worked at Jeremy's. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, see, when I became a manager at a lot of these establishments, one thing that I came to learn, and it broke my heart, 8 out of 10 times, you see a sister come in there, a black woman come in there with a white guy, she's footing the bill. That blew, they had me convinced with all the videos on social media, like, yo, these white men are out here killing us, they're taking our best women, blah, 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 till I got into this industry, started working, and my dude, a lot of times, 8 out of 10 times, you see a sister at an upscale restaurant with a white guy. She's footing the bill. It blew my mind when I started learning this, when I started seeing it.
At Vistaprint, we print everything to show off your brand. So you can print it like Simon's Restaurant and outfit your...
Jeremy's on the Upper East Side. Look at it. Go look it up. It's the only upscale bar on the Upper East Side in New York City. And so basically you could imagine the kind of clientele that comes there. And every time I see a black couple come in there, the black man is paid. Every time I see a black woman come in there with a white guy, the black woman is paid. And I'm like, there's this, that song, Looking for a Guy in Finance, whatnot. There's a guy that lives in that neighborhood, old money. He works in finance too. I made a video about this during the whole drizzle era. I made a video about it. This guy comes in there at least 3-4 times a week. Multiple women. Majority of the time, his sisters he comes with, they foot the bill. And being a manager at an establishment, I can't, I have to be nice. I have to, whatever my personal feelings are, I have to keep. So I come, I laugh. I'm like, damn, be out here killing it. You know, this guy called himself the Ebony Slayer. This guy brings in different sisters, 3 to 4 every week. They foot the bill, he takes them back home. So
Okay, fam, so y'all know I had to follow this post up with a video because I got quite a lot of feedback. So far, I'm at about a little more than 500,000 views and a ton of comments, over 500 comments. So let me just reiterate, people.
Okay, I just want to interrupt right here, you know, because I ain't trying to get copyrighted by Shay. It surprises me. Not really. I'm bullshitting on that one. It surprises me how y'all love to say white men take care of black women a lot better than black men take care of black women. Then meanwhile, y'all literally taking care of y'all damn white boyfriend and paying for the damn bills when y'all go to these fancy ass restaurants. It's real funny to me how y'all love to sit here and trash and smack black men down, say we dusty, we broke, we ain't shit, all this bullshit, yada 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 yada. And then y'all be on here mad as fuck after we go out and find a white woman and we doing 50-50, but meanwhile y'all paying 100% for your white boyfriend or your white husband. It's real funny to me. Just like that chick over there, Queen of Kings and all that bullshit. Yeah, just like her. Come to find out, she paying all the bills. But yet, this man was a deadbeat to his daughter. His half Indian daughter. But yet, black men are dusty. Black men dusty. Black men ain't shit. Black men are broke. Black men, black men, black men. And then come to find out, y'all goofy asses over here paying for all the damn shit in the house with that white man of yours. I find it so funny. I just find it so funny that y'all have all the time in the world to shit on black men. Then, oh my God, I'm paying all the bills with this white man. I'll be honest with you, I don't feel sorry for y'all motherfucking goofy asses. And that's for the ones I'm talking about that be over here trashing black men every time I get a chance. I'm talking about y'all broads. Go ahead. I want to see the hate in the comment section. I love the hate. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But y'all be over here talking about all this bullshit with black men, but meanwhile y'all over there broke. That white man will send your ass to work while he's sitting at home, doggone beating off his meat to something on Pornhub, something fat, something looks stinking on Pornhub, but then you be over here doggone doing all this shit for this man. This man don't give a damn about you or what you go through. Lord Jesus, that's funny.
Let me be the first to say, I am not opposed to two loving individuals coming together and creating a life. Of course, I support black love, and I will always support black love. But if two people of another race end up falling in love together, I see no problem with that. No issue whatsoever. The problem I have, and I also believe many other people voice this concern, is the way that it is pushed and then the propaganda associated with interracial relationships, right? So we know that usually swirling and divesting is connected to this whole idea of hypergamy, leveling up, and many times it can actually become a reason for black men to be shamed specifically.
Girl, black men are the hardest group of men to date.
I am so effing tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating black men. My interest in dating another black man is like 1% at this point.
Or, if the roles are reversed,
why is it that successful black men always date white women or oriental women when they get some money? Well,
And let me ask y'all this. Why is it that y'all give a damn what we do when y'all don't give a damn about us? That's what I want to know. Why do y'all always come with the smoke? Especially for Jay Ellis. Oh my God, that man got so much. That man got so much hate from you black women that don't like us being with white women. Y'all gave that man so much hell. That man had to turn off the comment sections. Lord Jesus. Let's bow our heads. I feel like I'm going to church. God damn, let me stop.
Attempt to answer this the best way I know how. See, a lot of times when men get some money, black men to be exact, they want a woman that's going to be submissive, that's going to actually do what they say, and a woman that's going to just be there to support every decision they make. Asian women, white women are very subtle, very submissive, very easy to deal with. They haven't came up the way black women have came up. And a lot of times when you're dealing with black women, you're going to deal with some kickback. They're not just going to do whatever the fuck you say just because you're making the bread and butter.
My issue becomes when somebody uses their desire for another race or their stance to date somebody else to basically undermine the black folks completely. That is where the issue comes in. Outside of that, if you are loving yourself, you just happen to fall in love with somebody and they're of a different ethnicity, good for you. I hope it works out. But the reason I think this particular video got a ton of feedback is because it really undercuts a ton of the propaganda that we see going on today, which is that black women are out here leveling up and these white men, right, are giving them pasta and lobster treatment. This is pretty much the story that is continuously told. This particular gentleman, if you haven't seen the video already, I can replay it. He basically says that in his anecdotal experience, let me be clear, it's anecdotal, in his experience, he saw the majority of black women fitting the bill. This is why it got a lot of feedback, because his personal anecdotal experience goes completely against the propaganda that's going out there. I could say personally in my life, I know black women who really fall on either side of the spectrum. Black women who have, their husbands paying their bills, and also black women who very much were paying for their wife. I've seen both. I've seen, both aspects of it. But it certainly challenges this narrative that black women are out there leveling up, divesting, and basically living their better life, living their better black-free life with these white men who were supposedly putting them up in these white suburban homes. This really questions and undermines that entire narrative and propaganda that is being pushed. Currently, less than 1% of white men in America have a black wife, an incredibly small percent. So already we're talking about an extreme minority, and what that stat essentially shows us or suggests is that these dates are not necessarily leading to marriage, which again brings me to another point that I've already reiterated, that sexual access does not mean marital access. There are men of other races who may actually be sexually attracted to black women but do not desire to bring her home. So that gets us into a whole another category. But really,
can I ask y'all a question? And this is to black women. How many of y'all that date outside your race are actually getting married? And that's a very...
AARP is here to help. Going out, save with discounts at restaurants and hotels. Staying in, check.
And that's a very crucial question because it actually makes a lot of sense when you ask that question. How many of y'all are getting married by these white men that y'all say love y'all so much, who get y'all pregnant, who treat you to pasta and lobster like y'all love to say? How many of y'all actually get married? 1 out of 100 maybe? So you have that one that may get married out of 100 black women that date outside their race. Black men will still marry y'all at a higher percentage than white men will. Problem is, y'all got too many goddamn kids outside of wedlock. But y'all will be the same ones that say black men ain't shit. That's a real question. Y'all love to sit here and promote all that bullshit, but then, meanwhile, y'all ain't doggone out there marrying like that.
At the end of the day, the main point is, I have no problem if somebody decides to date and marry out and it's a true love story, fine. The issue I have is when that said interracial relationship becomes a reason for a person to promote propaganda. That is where it becomes dangerous, and this is why I like to have these kind of conversations and always try to corroborate it with real life experience and or just data to see what is going on. at the end of the day, I do believe black love, it has always been attacked in America, right? There has always been an agenda to divide black people. I don't stand for that. Love who you love, but don't use it as an opportunity to undermine your own. So now let's get into the comments. Let's see what other people have to say about this whole topic. Okay, first one, it says, if they are American men and it's a date and they don't pay, they don't like you, girl. I could not agree more. Yeah, I can agree. I will say for myself, I never paid for any of my dates. That just was not my experience. I'm just being honest. I never paid for not one of my dates. It didn't matter that person's economic stat. I just wasn't doing it. So I can't say that I had the experience of going out and having to foot the bill for another guy. It just didn't happen. That just was not me. This is no shade if that was your experience. I understand dating life is a little differently now, and I also understand people are looking for different setups, but that just was not my experience. And I do agree. Like, if you're always paying and if you have to initiate, I mean, unless you're going after a particular kind of man, in most instances that might mean that men just is not as interested. Another one, this one says, why do these types in the TikTok so desperately try to inject themselves into the relationships of white men and black women? We got this. We don't want your attention, your focus, your fake concern, your advice. As a matter of fact, stay 1,000 feet away from us at all times. Go focus on something more productive with your life. Go get a job, a hobby, a purpose, please. So, again, I could say, at least for myself, I don't really care if a person decides to date and marry out in most instances. As long as they're happy and they're living their life, no problem. The things that people react to, especially in Black America, is one, how black love is continuously is demonized, and then two, how interracial relationships can sometimes become a cover-up to basically bash Black America, and in a lot of instances, Black men. Black women too, depending upon the context, but I've seen it specifically for Black men. That is where the issue comes in.
You know, shout out to Shay Sade.
Divesting gone wrong. South African divester levels up and gets beat up by 3 white men. South African divester who is allegedly married to a white man gets beat up and thrown out the house by 3 white men.
Mommy, they just attacked me on Panam. This man attacked me and my kid with his 2 points. He attacked me with his keys and he is I came to get my stuff and this guy attacked me with his keys. I took the video, but it's not long, but it shows everything. They attacked me and my son. Bobby, they beat me like they were beating a boy. They even stripped me naked, Bobby. They even stripped me naked, Bobby. Calm down. They hit me in front of my son. Sleeping there. Bobby, they hit me like he hit me like he was hitting a man, Bobby. My son was watching, Bobby. You can't
They locked us out, guys. They locked us out. I just came back from the embassy and this is what we found. We are locked out. We're locked out of the room. ID. The police officer, please give me my ID. Okay, please give me my ID. Can I have your name? Do you know that is criminal? What you're doing is not legal. That's not your ID, that's my possession. Please give me my ID. Please give me my ID right now. No, please give me my ID. Sir, Zako, just stop it. Just stop it. Just Zako, Zako, is he giving it? Oh my God, maybe I should call my dad. So why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I am calm. Zako, please, let me handle this. They already hit me. There's nothing more that you can do. I need this police officer to give me my ID. Hey guys, so I know you guys wanted an update. Today I went to get my stuff. And I was beaten. I was badly beaten by that man and his 2 children, his 2 boys. The other one who could be around my age. I will post a video. They beat me like they were beating an animal. That man was beating me like he was beating his maid. And after that, the police came. Nobody did anything. Instead, they took my IDs. I will post those videos. I just wanted to give you an update and so that you'll be able to understand in those videos, because when they were hitting me, they took my phones because they knew that I was going to post. They knew that I was going to take a video of what was going on, since it's just me, alone. There's nobody to defend me here. They then called my embassy, because my embassy called them. No, my embassy called them and asked what happened. And you know what's funny? As this was going on, the lady from my embassy called me on WhatsApp. She heard everything. She heard what these people were doing to me. She heard also when they refused to talk to her. She asked to talk to them and they refused. I will show the videos, because I'll post the videos right now of what transpired afterwards. But this is how I look now. Here. And the parts obviously that I can't show because of TikTok. And I was beaten today. That's the update, guys. That's the update.
I thought white men protect and provide. She got jumped by 3 white men in front of her biracial son. Do you think she will raise her half-white son to see white men as racist? Are Nigerian men expected to come to her rescue? This South African divester paid the ultimate price for this weird-looking white man and mixed-race baby. Divesting gone wrong.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel, Runaway Slave. I would like to give a big up to all my subs and supporters who like, comment, and share the videos. In addition, a special big up to all those who purchased my masterpiece, my book, The N-Word is No Secret in the Service. Big up to you all. Let's cook.
Okay, people. You know the video that I posted yesterday about the brother, the Kenyan brother in the state of Pennsylvania, the big-time banker, whose wife, his white wife, his Mzungu wife, took everything from him? Well, they wasn't filming that video at all, man, and that one had to come down. I believe that what happened was, it was because there was a picture of the woman, the actual wife, on there, and it was moving too fast. It was moving too fast by the hour. You know, they weren't feeling that. They said that was bullying. That one had to come down. It was probably because of the comments also,
somebody close to that woman probably seen those comments and said, oh, nah, this is terrible. So they called it bullying. They called it bullying. But I'm going to put the link to the original video where I got that information from Independent Comment again. So if you want to see that video where I got that information from about this brother's story, it's going to be in the pinned comment. It's on this woman's channel named Lynn or something like that. She has a pretty big channel. Because everything that I said in that video, it came from information where I seen this brother Isaac talking. Everything comes from this brother Isaac. I mean, my opinions, I have my opinions in there as well, but those are based off of, you know, historical studies, case study, and things like that. Nobody has to agree with my opinion, but the story is what it is. This brother Isaac had his whole retirement and pension snatched from this selfish Pennsylvania Boo Bear woman, white woman. Had everything snatched from her, and he provided everything for her to have in life and for his children. Gave her, you know what I'm saying? But you know, he was victimized by this Pennsylvania Boo Bear Bazungu woman. He made a very bad decision in his life, and you know, he wrote a book about it. He wrote a book about his experience. He's on social media. He's on a couple YouTube channels, and I think it takes a lot of courage for him to do something like that. Because listen, people, most of these people don't talk about that, man. When they're in these places, in these relationships with these white women, many of these brothers are being abused straight like that, psychologically and even physically. Some of them. You gotta understand. What is it? Even financially, I mean, you notice a lot of times. Even this brother Isaac said that. He said this. He said, whenever, you know, his people needed money, or whenever there was a situation where he wanted to help his family out, she had a problem with it, you know? So she didn't want him to do anything for his black family, his Kenyan family, and whenever he was going to do something, she had a problem with it. And you'll notice a lot of these dudes that's, you know, in these relationships with these white women, they'll tell you that these white women usually have a problem when they're trying to look out for their black people. It just ain't the same. He can do anything for her family, you know. He can do everything. He can give her all the money. He can buy their dad this, the mom this, their loser family members this and that. But when that black man wants to take some of his hard-earned money and help his family out, his black people, they will throw a Karen fit. That's just what it is, man. Many of these brothers are being abused, but you gotta understand, people. The thing is, these white women typically can't respect these black men because they know that these white women know deep inside that they do want to be with a white man, but they don't qualify for one. The white man that they want, a half-decent white man who's taking advantage of being white in America, they don't qualify for them guys. These white women like that chick, that Boo Bear, this man Isaac's wife in that video, they know that. So just the fact that a black man is treating them with some kind of respect, or like a woman or whatever, they lose respect for these guys. That's how it works. You know what I mean? That's why if you talk to some of these brothers, you notice that most of these white women who are with these black men, they're cheating with other black men. Most of them are cheating with other black men. Sometimes white guys, but a lot of white men, you know, the ones that they want, that they would cheat with, they wouldn't touch them with a, you know, with a fishing pole. But a lot of these white women who are with these black men, that's why they're usually cheating with other black men. You know what I mean? Yeah, they said that video was bullying, y'all. And you know what? Listen, on that video, there were many people in the comments who said, oh, well, I don't feel nothing for him. He made a decision. This brother Isaac, he did. That's true. That's true. You're right. You know, he lost his pension. He lost his entire retirement. A group of white people, to include his own lawyer, his white wife, his wife's lawyer, and the judge, they all colluded and made sure that they took his entire pension and retirement. It was so much money that Isaac did not want to discuss that. When that lady Lynn, who was interviewing him, asked him how much. He said, I don't even want to say it. That's how much money she took from him and took the house and made his oldest son hate him. Okay, but that's okay. Like, people's opinion is okay. They don't have to feel anything for him. I respect that, you know. I mean, people don't gotta feel nothing for him. But somebody in the comments made one comment that I really agree with. They said that they don't feel nothing for him because many people in situations who made them type of decisions that Isaac made don't even leave with their life. And that's true. I agree. Their statement, the comment they made was something like that. You know what I mean? It was something like that. And I agree. You notice when Isaac was being interviewed, he said that he started even considering whether or not this white woman would poison him so he would make his food and make sure that he didn't put any leftovers in a refrigerator. You know what I mean? And look, most people don't even think like that. A lot of these people don't think that these people will poison them. Even at work. Like, I used to see people at work putting their lunch in a group. Food is warfare, man. I'm like, you gonna put your lunch in there with all these white people? You gonna do that? You gonna put your food in there and leave it for hours? Man, you crazy, man. But Isaac got out with his life. You know what I mean? And I don't think that brother Isaac is looking for pity or even needs it. Look, Isaac, highly educated. Of course, he must be very disciplined and smart. He can easily go to many banking firms worldwide and start off with a salary minimum of $250,000. No need to have pity for that dude, you know. It's just his story, and he told it, and being that he put it out there, I covered it because what he was saying covers a lot of things that are covered on this channel, and people say, oh, that's radical, that's crazy. Nah, man, not true. Here goes somebody right here who has the balls to even talk about it, because they're usually too embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. At the end of the day, people, I mean, nobody likes you. White people don't respect Africans. I mean, they do like Africans because Africans in America have been their preferred shine bone for them. You know, it's easier to deal with an African, somebody from the continent of Africa, than a black American. They typically don't respect Africans in no way, but they do like them around a lot. You know what I'm saying? But they don't respect them at all. I mean, they like them around, but deep inside, of course, we know white, typically they don't like anybody black. But white people, they don't like black folks typically, but they respect black people in America a little more because black people in America are not going to be as docile. They have more of a chip. We have more of a chip on our shoulder. You know, there's a lot more things that you can hold over. You know, a lot of people from the continent of Africa, they scared. They got a meeting with immigrations. They scared that a white person might call. You know, all kind of mess. If they don't act right and they don't smile, they think that these white people gave them an opportunity in life and all this when they didn't. You know, so that's where that docile kind of thing comes from. And white people love weak Negro. They love black people that are weak or act weak or docile. You know, even regardless of where you're from. If you're from the continent of Africa or if you're a black person from America, you notice they love that type of stuff. So they have a little bit more respect, you know, for black people, for black Americans, you know, and that's an American. And of course, there are many white people who don't respect black Americans at all either, and that's usually due to our bellhop behaviors that we exhibit when they're around. A lot of us have these behaviors. You know what I'm saying? That it is what it is. So people, check. Go watch that video, listen to the entire video. You can hear the story about this brother Isaac. They said it was bullying. You know, I think that that wife, his wife, being that her picture was there, her people's, whatever, they said, you know what, we don't like these comments and what they're saying, or whatever. You know, I don't really care for the woman. You know, she's a nasty person after what she did. I know people say they don't care about what she did to brother Isaac. Okay, that's cool, but I don't care. I don't respect her, like her, or nothing. I don't know her, but good. I don't care about her feelings and nothing like that, because somebody that could do something like that is just a disgusting person. I wouldn't care who they did it to. You know what I mean? It's just that this story happens to be about this interracial relationship that this brother Isaac was in with this Pennsylvania Boo Bear right here. He even talked about how his oldest son was spying on him for his mother, you know, on his computer, telling her things and spying on him when he wasn't even doing anything, you know what I mean? And so I was saying, imagine how his oldest son, as a biracial, imagine how he treats and feels about black people. He don't even like his own black father, who gave him and his mother everything. A life in an affluent neighborhood, a house, everything. That the mom didn't make any money. Her family had money. You know what I mean? It goes to show you how you can look black but have this white arrogance from your people like he did. You know, and still don't speak to his father to this day, he said. You know what I mean? And people also, you remember that video that I did on the other Kenyan lady in the past who gave her entire 20s to an old white man who hated her in the house she was pretty much enslaved? This lady on this channel who interviewed Isaac also interviewed her, but I didn't watch her interview on that channel, but I seen that she interviewed her as well. So yo, go check it out. I'm gonna put his original video in the pinned comment. Easy.
What is a home warranty? It's a one-year service plan that helps cover costs when parts of your home system.
January 18, 2024, Pew Research Center just put out the key facts about the nation's 47.9 million black Americans. Now, this is the kicker. I want the black community to see this. Black men in the U.S. are more likely than black women to be married. Right here, you guys can see 32% for all adults, 36% black men, 29% for black women. And then also we have the divorce numbers, and divorce, separated, widowed, 15% black men, 25% black women. And never married, 49% for black men, 46% for black women. And this is adults ages 18 or older. Now, I know people are gonna look at this and be like, yeah, you see, so black women, it's less black women that are never married. It's not true. And I'm gonna show you why. So when you do the numbers, and they actually do them for you, and I'm gonna show you guys where I got this from. So about 8 million black men are never married because there's more black women. 8.5 million black women are never married. That is a difference of 491,000 black women who are never married. And it tells you right here under the same report, you just click it, go to general demographics, and they will tell you the actual numbers. And I put some nice pretty arrows just to let you guys know, okay? So here, so if you look here, never married, there's that 8 million number. And then never married for black women, you see female adults. Never married, 8.5. And then you got the married, 5.3 million black women. And then black men, 5.9 million. So, what does that mean for the black community? Let's go here. I did the math for you so you guys don't have to do it yourselves. Married black men, 5.9 million. Married black women, 5.3 million. So if there's less black men, but we're still married at a higher rate, difference of 634,000. What does that tell you? So even though black women would have more of a shot at getting married because there's more of y'all, and let's say suitable, you see how I did that? Suitable black women, there's more suitable black women on the dating market because there's more of y'all. So y'all should be married at a higher rate, right? No. So let's flip it around, let's reverse it. Let's say in bizarro world that black women had black women were married at a 5.9 million rate and black men were married at a 5.3 rate, and black women found out that 634,000 of them were married than black men. Do you think that they would look at that as a positive and use that against black men? Be honest. Because, I mean, let me know. Would black women use that against us if they were married at a higher rate? I think they absolutely would. They absolutely. I'm trying to put things into perspective because I know, it would be different if there were more black men than black women, and then black men it was 634,000 more black men married. Then that would be a case. They'd be like, well, yeah, of course y'all gonna have more marriages because it's more y'all here. But that's not true for the black community. So, I guess that we can assume that black men either they aspire to be married, they get married more, of course the stats say that, than, our fellow counterparts. So, divorce separated, I want to put these in here, 2.4 million for black men, 4.6 million for black women. That is a difference of 2.1 million for divorce separated and widowed black women. Okay? And then also, the never married, we just went over that. There's 491,000 more never married black women. These could be the women that are probably trying to aspire to marry outside of their race. So, you got to ask white men what they want, if that's what y'all trying to do. Let's see here. And you guys, I showed you this, but also I know people are interested in the interracial marriage numbers. So this is what it looks like now. So 79% of married black men are married to black women. 87% of married black women are married to black men. Black men, 21%, which constitutes 1 out of 5 married black men are married to a non-black woman, as opposed to black women at 13% married to a non-black man. So even there, it shows you that, black men still have a higher rate of interracial marriage, and that's nothing to hang our hats on. It's just the fact that that's where you get the separation. So even if black men aren't able to find marriage with black women, they're still out to getting married to other races of women at the clip of 1 in 5. That's crazy. 1 in 5. I thought it would never get to that point, but here we are.
There's no one evil greater than another. Understand?
Well, I'm gonna stop it right here, and I'm gonna interject with my views about this whole relationship thing. And I was talking with with my friend's sister, one of my friend's sister about this topic. It's interracial relationship deal. But first I want to say this to black people, and some black people got to realize this. Just like any other people, when you date somebody and you select as your mate, and it's outside your nationality, you just happen to pick one good person based on their personality. Not when we say white women, white men, not all white men and not all white women want to be in a relationship with black people. They don't mind being friends with you, and maybe a hop, skip, in the bed once in a while. But when you're talking about a long-term relationship and certain things, it's something to think about. And most white men are going to stick with white women. Vice versa too. Why is that? It's the culture. It's what you're used to. What is your environment? What you've been raised around. And just like, they want someone to look like their daddy when it comes to the women. White women do too. White men want a white woman that looks like them, who hold dear to their mom, grandma, just like we do. It's just realistic. And so their kids mimic what they want when they have children. They want to see them have some resemblance in them, and that's the truth. And we're just, some of us just different like that. And I know people, we all human. We come from the seed of Adam. That's true. But to be realistic about it, in America, people are always going to see race. And God bless you if you find somebody who can understand this and it don't let it affect their life. And there's so many avenues to this. The societies of life, it could, and are you willing to go through it? I believe white women take a real big hit when they go with the black men, especially from white men. They really take a hit that you can't even imagine. Someone probably can imagine seeing with the black men. And they have said probably stuff of someone women go probably verify that they have said something about black men behind your back, like behind our back. Black women, you gotta know the characteristics of the man you dealing with, and just like it comes down to character. Because just because someone's different and someone's nice to you different, at the end of the day, you have to really think long term. Can this person go deal with certain things involved with you for the rest of their life when you marry somebody? And we have to, and if you find somebody who's mature enough, whether it be male or female, you know that you were just blessed, because many people of that race is not going to marry outside the race under no circumstances, because of their history and what was perception on people and what they've been shown through media, TV, and everything else of their program, and it acts out. So whether you're a black man or a black woman, you just found someone nice. But we have the tendency to think that, oh, let me go out there and get the white woman. Yeah, you can go get a white woman. But when it comes to a companion and a relationship, that's a whole different ball game. Because once you get over that honeymoon phase, the reality sets in. And are you going to be able to work out those differences? Certain avenues, just like any other couple, just like any same race couple. Even though it could be, I don't know about the LGBTQ couple, you have to ask them, but as far as heterosexual couples, this is the truth. My thing is, if I was there outside my race, married outside my race, it showed me you have to have a mature understanding what the person is going to deal with you and what you're going to deal with them. And we just got to get this illusion. And some of us want to be loved and liked because we had our own traumatic experiences with the opposite of who, just like if I had bad experiences with black women, or black women had bad experience with black men. It don't mean you just had that bad experience with that particular man, or maybe someone wound you or hurt you, and maybe another human being of a different race showed you some love and kindness. That's just that individual. Not everybody is like that, and they ain't gonna say it, but they're gonna display it. And some people, you got the friendly people that's kind of nice, and yeah, they can tell you love see no color, but wait till a situation go down and you'll find out. Wait till you come find out, are you willing to rise above that occasion? Because it does happen. So the message is, it's true, marry who you want. But stop, we have to get this delusion, okay, if I'm if I get a white woman and I can get any, no, you can't get any white woman. Because you don't know she can be one to deal with men for one, because they can have the same attitude as black women. They don't want to be bothered with a man. And if they do be bothered with men, they're going to be bothered with their own man. That's the realistic part about it. They'll be nice to you, and they might flirt with you, but most of the time, they're going back. When it comes to settle down a relationship, they're going back to the white man. White male. Majority of them do. Even and like I was telling my friend's sister about a situation. They're white people, and we had this open discussion one time. She's pretty cool to talk about this, and I was saying how one time my neighbor had a neighbor down in Cincinnati, and his girlfriend, soon to be wife, fiance, told me every time that they would get into an argument, he would always bring up to it that you dated a black man, and he couldn't get that image out of his head. That even though that it was some years before they met each other, she never had a baby with a black man, but it was the thought that she dated black men. There are some white men that are very insecure about this. Some, not all, but some are very insecure about seeing a nice-looking white female with a black man, and they start drawing up these crazy stereotypes in their head, stupid stereotypes. And I'm telling you, but she never let it down. That's how deep this thing is. And they're not going to tell you this in front of your face unless you look like them. And anybody's whitelisted, people ain't going to display this until it becomes a topic around the dinner table or in the conversation, or you see it on TV, or you see it out in public. Then it comes out a little subtly way. It can come out in little subtle ways. Because that's the case that I seen it. Not in all cases, so when you find somebody, whether you're a black man or a black woman, and someone of a different race, in this America, I don't know how it is other places, but you just found a good person. Don't think that all white men want you if you're a black woman, and black men don't think that all white women want you. That's a fact. Because they don't want to go through that stereotype. They don't want to get disowned. They don't want to be talked about. And some people will disown. Yeah. Disassociate with them. In some cases. They're not going to tell anything. All of a sudden they switch their mood and personality around. And they not switch up when they get around you. That's the code. So, but if you find a person of outside your race, you're blessed. Whether it's a friendship or a relationship, and you just happen to be in a relationship, but you're blessed. You're one of the blessed ones, because ain't too many white people going to accept it. And ain't less like some black people don't accept it. Be fair. Yeah, there's some black people don't accept it. But when it's around white people, they tell their children straight up, you bring one home, we cut you off. They'll tell you a story. Keep listen to them. Learn to listen to people. And the good people will tell you the truth. Because like, wow, and they'll be surprised themselves. Like, I didn't know. All of a sudden, I found this person I'm in love with. And some people kind of play the part like, oh, that's cute. But some people, it really bother them. It's going to come out, even the ones that try to hide it, it's bothering to a certain degree. It's going to bother them. Because, and this is to black men and black women. It's going to bother them. So, and as black men, you just find you're a good woman. But don't dismiss your counterpart. You just had a back in with your black counterpart. There's other good men. Maybe it's just not your soulmate. If you want to stick with black women, or if you're black, black women stick with black men, you just ain't found your soulmate. That's all what it's about. But you in this war, because of spiritual warfare in America, on your skin. You're both getting eliminated on your skin, in your culture. So remember that. So, if you find somebody, just because you find a few little people that's friendly, not everybody's going to be friendly. And I don't want anybody want to accept you and love you and throw their arms around you. No. They will show you their real side. And I told someone there's two type of racist people you're going to encounter among other groups of people. The direct ones and the indirect racists. The indirect racists always put a smile on their face. They can even try to talk to you and insult you at the same time. Nice to you. You'll catch on. All right then, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, but they're the stats. All you gotta do is find what you want to make, but don't demonize the other side, whether you're male or female, because we in this country, you know how it goes. All right then. Take care. Be blessed. See you on the next video.